Hi, welcome to Pilates and Yoga for Parkinson's and anyone else that would like to participate. My name is Meg. Today we're going to be exploring some varieties on plank. So hopefully you've already done some other exercise before coming to this video, maybe kind of warming up with some of the chair exercises if you're looking at videos in this series. Maybe it's something else, but definitely get your body warmed up before you find your way to the mat. I want to offer just a couple of little warm-up exercises that are real specific to what we're going to be doing. First thing is just finding your alignment. So I want you to press your feet down into the floor, and just by pressing down, you're going to feel some leg muscles start to engage. You may also notice that you kind of automatically press down into the seat of the chair, and that pressing down should help give you this rebound effect of growing tall. When you grow tall, you may also feel your center start to engage. Great guideline for alignment is that your ears are pretty much over your shoulders, over your rib cage, and over your pelvis. That's not going to be true for all of us, but it's a good guideline. So just kind of feel all of that for a moment. Then we're going to get into our wrists because plank does a lot of work on the wrist. Let's bring the arms up, press the palms forward, and bring the back of the hand towards you. So you're kind of trying to squeeze those fingers and the back of the hand towards the shoulders, pressing into this area of your hand, which already is going to start to engage your wrists. We're going to alternate that motion with pulling the elbows back, flipping the palms up, make some tight fist, and squeeze the elbows back. So again, it's press forward, fist, and squeeze back. We're going to do 10 of those. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7, feel that upper back as well, 6, 5, really push, that's 4, 3, make tight fist, 2, last one. Whew. So hopefully you did start to feel that in the wrist. These are some great exercises you could do at any time, maybe sitting at your desk or watching TV. This time, spread your fingers really wide, and even just that extension of the fingers, you should feel some wrist engagement. Then we're going to take the index fingers and the thumbs, give them a good squeeze, kind of making that little circle that you could look through, and then open wide again. Let's move that to the middle finger, open wide, ring, open wide, pinky finger, open. And let's go through several times and really exaggerate the push of the fingers and the opening up. Nice. We're going to finish up on index finger to thumb. Perfect. And let's shake that up. Okay, from here we're going to go ahead and get on hands and knees, so in table. However, it's easiest for you to do that. I have a blanket here with me because I always like extra cushion under my knees. So let's meet on the floor. Once you find your way to hands and knees, just play a little bit with some cat and cow, rounding through the spine, arching. Awesome. And then find a really long spine. So this shape is very similar to when we were sitting in the chair. If you think about it, it's like if somebody would have tipped my chair forward, I would have fallen on my knees and my hands out in front of me, kind of like that first wrist exercise we did. My shoulders are out of my ears, my spine is long, and my good guideline is ears in line with shoulders, in line with the rib cage, and in line with my pelvis. So that's what we're working on here. I'm going to bring my knees a little closer together. That just makes me feel more stable. I'm going to go ahead and slide that right foot back, plant the toes to the floor, push the foot into the mat, and then you should feel your quads engage, so the front of that right thigh. You might even feel your kneecap kind of lift up a little bit as you engage those muscles. A little bend in those elbows, that's going to get the arm muscles working. Your belly is still kind of pulling in. If you wanted to add a little intensity here, you could play with lifting that left knee. Some of you might even lift the shin and the foot off the floor. It's a pretty big move, so you might not be there yet, but it's something you can explore. If it feels good, hang out there. If it was a bad idea, just come right back to your mat. Awesome. Let's go ahead and lower down. That right knee, shin and foot are coming to the floor, and we're going to go get the left side. So plant the left toes to the floor. Sink your weight back into your heel. Plant the foot to the floor. Find that left leg engaged. Might stay right here. Little bend in the elbow, strong center. If you want to, work on lifting that right knee up. Maybe shin and foot come off the floor as well. Couple of breaths here. Perfect. When you're ready, knee, shin, and foot down. Other knee, shin, and foot down. Let's walk those hands in for a moment. Shake the wrists out. Awesome. That was a pretty big jump right in there. So we're going to play with several of those. And at any point, come up, shake out the wrist. It's amazing what a difference that can make. Sometimes even a little rubbing on your forearms can feel good. Coming back to your table. Sometimes I'll just imagine that maybe somebody came and poked me in the belly button, and if you poked me in the belly button, I would engage through my center. If you can engage those muscles before you really need them, it makes a huge difference. So from here, let's go ahead and slide that right foot back again. And check out how it would feel to drop that right heel to the mat. And then come back on the toes. And just play with that a couple times. Drop the right heel, and then lift back up. So when you make that motion happen, not only is the heel dropping, but that right hip, that right half of your pelvis is kind of stacking on top of your left. Might even help if you came up on the fingertips. Then I can really press that right foot into the floor. And then come back down. Nice. So you can probably see where we're going. We're going to play with a side plank position here. And you can already get sort of a good feel for your balance today. And if you're really feeling wobbly, a nice adjustment is this left shin. I could kind of drop that back a little bit. So instead of it being in line with my right foot, I've just snuck it back here, and it's going to give me some more stability. So I'm lifting my right hip, stacking my right side of my rib cage on top of my left, stacking my right shoulder on top of my left. I'm going to reach this right arm high. And then you can just play with looking side to side. You might find that where you look changes what you feel in your neck. It might also change your balance. So just playing around a little bit. Awesome. Take that right arm and reach it really long. So I'm finding a big stretch all the way through that right foot, leg, side body, arm, reaching up there. And then let's just circle that arm around to the floor. Right knee, shin, and foot are going to come back. And I'm going to take a moment and shake out that left wrist because that was a lot. Okay, we're going to get that other side, and it starts the same way. Long spine, strong center, left foot slides back, and a couple of times just drop that left heel and lift it back up. Drop the left heel and back up. So you're not only are you getting some work at the ankle, you're also starting to lift the right half or the left half of your pelvis up. You could come up on those fingertips, start to check out your balance a bit more. So next time you drop that right heel, plant that left foot to the floor. Maybe you do your little kickstand with that right leg. That's your choice. Press down into the mat where you're in contact, and then let's go ahead, stack left half of the pelvis, left rib cage, left shoulder. Maybe reach that left arm high. You could play with looking side to side. Press into the floor where you're in contact with the floor. Maybe reach that left arm really long, big line of energy from the left foot up the left side of the body all the way to those left fingertips. And then let's just circle that left hand down to the floor. Left knee comes back to the floor. Walk the hands in. Let's interlace those fingers and just do some circles here. And switch directions. Nice, and give them a little shake again. Okay, so I've got two more things I want to play with. So let's find our way back to our table. Fingers are spread wide. Find your alignment. And a couple of times, just shift your weight forward and then shift back. So we're just going forward and back. Nice. Next time you come forward, so I'm way out beyond my hands, I'm going to bend my elbows a little bit and then press the floor away. Little bend and press away. So I'm working on getting my elbows, they're staying in tight to my sides. I don't have to lower real far. You're feeling it already. Even just a little bend is going to get those arms working. Whew. Okay, next time you come up, let's come all the way up. Shake out those wrists. This time we're going to interlace the hands behind us. If you can't interlace fingers, just find a finger. We're going to reach the hands down to the floor first, which is going to start to open the chest. And then maybe you take the hands away from the back of the body. Just options. What we're really working on is a big stretch through the shoulders and the chest. Okay, so back to table again. What you could do, you could repeat that same exercise we just did with just the shifting forward and shifting back. That's one option. The other option is to slide one foot back, press the foot into the floor, slide the other foot back, press the foot into the floor, and now point your toes and shift front and back a few times. Both are good options. Maybe you're up on the toes, maybe you're on the knees. When you're ready, let's all lower the knees down. And if child's pose works for you, sink those hips back. Oh, big stretch in the lower back, in the hips. If child's pose isn't comfortable for you, then don't go here. But just find something that will help you release. It might feel better to do some cat and cows. Or maybe there's something else you would like to do. Okay, so our grand finale here. Big for core strength and balance. We find our table. We slide that right foot back. We've already been here, so this is all familiar. We drop that right heel. The right hip starts to lift. We bring that right half of the rib cage, that right side up, right shoulder up. You could reach your arm long, or maybe it's on your hip. You might give yourself that little kickstand. This time what we're going to do is we're going to work on lifting that right leg up. I'm pressing into my heel, finding this hip, finding obliques. Arm can be wherever makes sense for you. Belly is strong. Whole body is engaged. Look wherever feels good in your neck. couple of breaths here. When you're ready, we're going to bring that hand down, knee, shin, and foot down. Let's grab the other side. Left foot's going to slide back. Drop that left heel. Start to lift the left half of the pelvis, left half of the torso, left shoulder. Hand may reach up, maybe on the hip. You decide. Maybe that kickstand, and then whenever you're ready, strong center, let that left leg float up. You're pressing into the left heel. Strong through your whole body. When you're ready, left hand comes down. Left knee, shin, and foot. A few cat-cow motions. Woo. Walk those hands in, shake out the wrists. And congratulations, nice series of planks. Always fun to play with. Always work in your smart range. If something doesn't seem like a good idea, don't do it. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you sometime soon. Bye.